So this is your instructional video about how to handle this fossil exploration, which is our a major graded assignment for the second 9 weeks. And so the fossil exploration comes in two parts. The most time-consuming part will be the first part, called the known fossils, and then you're going to use what you've learned with the known fossils to handle some unknown fossils. So let me show you a little bit about how to handle this. So you have pictures of 10 different fossils, and they're numbered 1 through 10. And so I'm going to just show you this example of what you'll do and what resources you'll go to. So this tells you in the first box that this is fossil number 1, and the fossil name is Bryozoan. Now, it also tells you here the geologic age of their dominance. So these were, excuse me, super common fossils, 416 to 359 MYA. Now, MYA stands for millions of years ago, and it is like the scientifically accepted abbreviation for that. So then you notice that there's nothing to answer in this first box, but here there is. So what periods of geologic time would this encompass? And so here when you see 416 to 59 million years ago, you need to go to this link, geologic time scale, when I ask you the periods of their dominance. And notice that is plural. There's going to be more than one. So I've already clicked that link and brought this up. So this is the geologic time scale that we're going to be using. And so the way you approach it is 416 million to 359 million. So you look here, here's your 416 million years, and then there is your 359 million years. And so that one would be just actually the Devonian period. Okay, and so you would go, let me come back to here, and you would type in just Devonian there. Okay, so next step is you would look at this picture and you would make 3 observations about this fossil. Okay, so things that in your case that you would see since you're not able to touch it. Now, there's always going to be an additional information section. You must read that additional information section in order to do the questions that go with it, and this is the main part that's scored. So you can see I've put a picture here. Sometimes there'll be a video clip of a microscopic view of individual bryozoans and a little information. Now when we get to the questions, this will always be true. You're going to place it on the stratigraphic column. Now, I'll show you that next. So I'm going to come up here to this link that says stratigraphic column, and I'm going to go here because it's already up. Now I put this on a Google slide so that you can easily insert text boxes. So this is fossil number 1 in our activity, but notice the stratigraphic column, stratigraphy means analyzing the rock layers. This fossil was actually found here in this layer. So you would come and you would go insert text box and just type the name of the fossil, Bryozoan. Okay, now check this line out. You see how this line goes to some bricks. So I look and I say, okay, what kind of rock is that in? And the bricks tell me that it's limestone. So now I come back to my questions, and it says, what kind of rock layer are the bryozoans in? I say limestone. I don't just say sedimentary, or I don't make a guess. I figure it out using that rock layer diagram, the stratigraphic column. Now it says, knowing that bryozoans are in this rock layer, meaning in limestone, what does it mean about the habitat? And I put in parentheses here, you're going to have to Google how does limestone form to figure that out. Then you would be done with the first one. Now, notice then we have fossil 2, fossil 3, and so on. Now, I wanted to get down here because sometimes I do kind of a nasty trick. Instead of telling you the age that they're dominant, I make you figure it out using the stratigraphic column. So remember, you're going to use the principle of superposition, the older above younger, to say that. And you can sometimes use specific dates and say they're in between. You'll notice I'll put a note that says you may need to come back to this after you're done with your fossils. Okay, so let's imagine that you're done with all 10 knowns Then we move to this part, the unknown samples. And these are actual pictures of sedimentary rocks that I've taken from Ohio. We went on a fossil dig. I've been there a few times at a place called Cedar Creek that's kind of close to Cincinnati and Dayton. And so these are actually Ohio rocks. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to examine the picture. You're going to find, in most cases, there's more than one type of fossil. You're going to go back to your other pictures and say, does it look like that? Does it look like that? Okay, and then when you find a match, you're going to say, okay, this rock has these fossils inside. And again, it's not always just one thing. Then you're going to do the age range where those fossils were dominant. That's all up there in your known samples. You'll do that for 3 different sedimentary rocks from Ohio, just full of fossils, and then you'll tackle those questions. So certainly if you get stuck on any of this, you can email me and I can email you back. But this is going to be over several days worth of time that you're going to have to work on this. So make sure you're doing a little bit at a time instead of saving it all for the end, or else you might feel frustrated if I can't get back to you if you're having any struggles. Okay, good luck. I hope you enjoy your fossil exploration.